guys, welcome to Cooking with Mama Knockers. Today we're gonna make some crab stuffed portobello mushrooms, and the ingredients that we're using today is our freshly chopped spinach you see here, and then we have some freshly chopped onions, green peppers, scallions, and green peppers. And when you use fresh vegetables, you're not gonna need a lot of seasoning because this has all natural seasonings in it, and it keeps your blood pressure and things like that down when you use fresh vegetables instead of seasoning. So here we're just gonna use a little black pepper here, and then we have some a mixture of my new seasoning that I'll be coming out with. That is a mixture of different seasonings that I came up with, but this one here has like, or I'll just call it like all-purpose seasoning, all right? And then we have some wonderful sunflower and avocado oil that we're gonna pour into our pan here shortly. And we also have some Marsala cooking wine. And we have some fresh crab meat and cheese. So we're gonna start with, our pan is a little hot now, so we're gonna add a little oil so that we can saute our vegetables and get them nice and soft. So again, we're using sunflower and avocado oil, or you can use either or. I never cook with vegetable or corn oil or olive oil because it's kind of heavy, and this is light and healthier for you. All right, how's everybody? I hope you had a nice day. This here, we're gonna add in here. And again, we don't need a lot of seasoning because the fresh vegetables, the mixture of fresh vegetables gives you all the flavor that you will need, along with our cooking wine. We're gonna add a little to our mixture. It looks like this. Just gonna let it get a little soft. And it smells wonderful. All right. Add a little black pepper. You smell that garlic. And our seasoning here. Put those two to the side. We're not going to add our spinach. We're going to wait and put that into the oven with the mushrooms so that it could boil all together. We don't want it to get too soft too fast. All right, coming along. It smells wonderful. See that? Add a little bit more wine. See? We're gonna add that wine instead of water. We're not gonna use water because water robs you of your flavor, okay? And we want to capture all of it so that we have a magnificent meal. Anything with water, it just takes away. We don't want that. We want to add flavor. Almost done. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and add some of these, half of this crab meat here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this log in half. As such. You see that? I cut that in half. And then we're going to add half of it because we're not going to make too much. Well, you know what? I'll just go ahead and add the whole thing. Because God has blessed me with the cooking studio. So I have a concierge downstairs that benefits from these wonderful meals after I'm finished cooking. We're going to take and smash that meat up as such. Wonderful. And this is our crab stuffing. And then, again, if you're not a seafood lover, you can add any meat of your choice. or you can simply add just more vegetables and then just bake it in the oven with the little cheese on top. This is here, see? All right. All right. Add a little bit more wine. A little bit more oil. Alright guys, this looks like it is done, and I have my oven already on broil. It's already preheated, so I'm going to show you our mushrooms. It's nice and minced. Okay, turn the fire off, and these are our caps. I have the large portobello caps, and then we also have the small ones, and I'll show you. There's a stem that comes along with these. Some people may know how, but I'm just trying to show people that may not know. Okay, so here is an example of how the mushroom looks when it comes in the pack, and all you do is just take your thumb and pop it. That's it. And then you go take it and you rinse it with hot water under the sink to wash the residue, dirt, or whatever it is that's inside or on the outside of your mushroom. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and stuff our caps. Black pepper has my nose going. So we have cheese here. This cheese, I'm giving you a secret. Kroger cheese has the best cheese ever. It melts really well and it tastes wonderful. I use no other cheese. I've tried them all and they don't do what I need them to do. They don't do what I need them to do. But this cheese here is the absolute best. I stand behind it 1000%. So we're gonna use a little bit of Colby Jack. We have some Munster cheese. We have some Gouda and some Havarti. We have some Havarti cheese we're gonna use. And we're gonna use a little bit of all of them. So first we're gonna layer it. It doesn't matter the order. You can put it in whatever order you like. You just have to have some cheese in it. So we're gonna layer the bottom layer of this cap here, the large cap, just like that. Just like this. It has paper, so you have to make sure you take the paper out. And so what I do is I just go ahead and do one layer of each, like that. And then since it's the little caps here, these little caps here, I just cut them in half. Sorry. Am I going too fast? I'm just trying to make it quick so you don't get bored. All right. Cutting these in half. No specific way, you can just rip it. Rip it. All right. And when we use the different types of cheese, it just gives us a different type of flavor instead of one set flavor. We want just a variety. All right. We're gonna, the only cheese, the layer that we're gonna do 2 layers of is gonna be the Munster cheese. The Munster, we're gonna put that on top so it'll give us a nice presentation. So I'm gonna layer that. I'm gonna put this on here. I'll layer this one. Layer that. Layer this. All right, and then for some reason, the Munster doesn't have paper in between it like all the others. All right, and this one, that one. Okay, now we're gonna do the Colby Jack. The best cheese ever created, I'm telling you. And I've been cooking for 31 years. And I've never had any cheese like this in my life. It melts and tastes so wonderful. Alrighty. So nice. And see. The second best cheese that I would use would be Bilo, but Bilo is out of business, so Kroger it is. I'm telling you, I've tried them all the other brands, they're oily, it tastes like elastic, it's just horrible. But Munster and all these other cheeses here are wonderful. All right, so we did this, and then our last layer here for the bottom is going to be the Gouda. So before we do this one, we're gonna add the stuffing. So I have 2 spoons. And we're gonna take and put just a little bit because we're gonna layer it like we layer lasagna. So we're gonna put just a little bit on top. And just a little cap here. And so when the cheese melts, it's gonna cave in inside of this cap. All right. Take a big spoon of this, probably about 2 full spoons of it. It's not too full and it's not bulging. Put a little bit more here. That. All right. And one more cap back here. And mushrooms are really a great meat substitute if you don't really like meat too much anymore, you want to get away from it. Mushrooms seem like it takes the place of chicken for some reason. It's nice and thick and filling. All right, so here we're gonna put some spinach now. Let me get my tongs here. We're gonna take and put this on top, a little bit of that. Just going to use a very little on this cap here. And we're going to put a little bit of cheese after this on top to contain it so that it doesn't fall off. A little bit more. I'm going to leave some without because some people don't want spinach on theirs. So I'm just going to leave it like that. All right, so now we're gonna top it with some Gouda. That. That. I'm gonna cut that one in half and put it on there because it's so small. And then we're gonna put this inside of the oven for probably 20 minutes on broil. All right, let's see. I'm telling you, this cheese is the best. I wouldn't steer you wrong, and I don't eat garbage, so I'm not gonna tell you to cook with garbage. The best. Nothing makes me more upset than to eat something with cheese and the cheese doesn't go anywhere. All right, guys. This is gonna be so marvelous. If you want some, let me know. I can meet you if you're in my city, because I'm not gonna eat all of this. I have to give some to concierge in my studio, cook for my cooking studio. But you're more than welcome to some. Alrighty. Alright, guys. So now we're gonna hit it with a little parsley so that when it bakes, it makes it look wonderful. 1 second. All right, here we go. Parsley. All right, and this mushroom is gonna create a whole lot of water along with the spinach. So I'll come back shortly when it's almost done. Look at that, guys. Look how beautiful. All right, those are my mittens, and it's very hot, so let's see. Look at that. See how nice? We're gonna get a knife, and you see how all the juice is down here in this reservoir. This baking pan is wonderful. I call it, well, it's a broiling pan. I purchased it at Joann's, and it is wonderful. You can cook bacon in it. You can broil anything you want in it. This here is all of the cheese. See how wonderful the cheese melts? Let me get a fork. You can add breadcrumbs to it or whatever it is that you like, but I really don't like breadcrumbs because they get wet, and I don't like wet breadcrumbs. So you see how that cheese is so pretty? Look at that mustard cheese right there. This right here, look how wonderful. Look at that, wonderful. And I'm gonna put some on a plate. Let me get my spatula. This is my plate here, spatula. I'm gonna put some on. We're gonna take a cap. Pretty. That. Look at the cheese. Look at that. And then we're going to take a large cap. Place that there. Cut it. I need one with the ridges on it, so let me get another one. see, cut it. Beautiful. Nice and tender. Perfect. And I'll cut it again. Beautiful, look at that. I'll cut it again. Beautiful. So I'm going to take and cut this little piece. I'll tell you, take a look at it. Look at the cheese. You kidding me? Look at that. Just wonderful. Look at it. Look at that. Look good. Thank you for tuning in. And don't forget to subscribe to my cooking channel on YouTube. It's Cooking with Mama Knockers. Thank you, and y'all have a blessed night.